Alright, have you noticed how many dogs there are in TV shows and in movies? It's like that expression, if you buy a Jeep, you'll start seeing Jeeps. You'll never see a car until you buy it. Once I heard DMX, I realized just how many dogs are on TV. So I wanted to figure out who's the most good boy. But first, how do dogs act? And do they know they're acting? Or are they tricking us? Let me break it down for you. Dog acting is simply repeating what the dog was trained to do. The director typically goes above and beyond to pull the performance out of him. The dog very well could believe it's all real life, performing for an audience he doesn't know exists, and loving a co-star that will move on when the production is over. Does that sound believable? Well, it's the plot of Bolt, a 2008 Disney animated film that was played by John Travolta. As random as that sounds, is he the most good boy? Absolutely not. One of the most laziest performances ever. He just doesn't have that dog in him. Actually, he might, but he's not a good boy. Anyways, let me examine the prestigious dog awards to maybe find the most good boy. From Cannes Film Festival, the Palm Dog went to Messi. Now, this film might seem like it's about building narratives and the decline of a marriage, but I think it's about a bunch of annoying humans being annoying and how a dog has to deal with their nonsense. This is my take on the film. He is the hero of the film. He is the only character that I liked. They say the first shot of a movie is the most important. And who's in the first shot? Messi. He also puts on an award-winning performance at a pivotal scene. He was trained to play dead. Then they used VFX to make his eye look more lifeless. And I think that scene is perfect. That dog really looked dead. By the way, I'm not actually spoiling anything in this film. It may look one way just by this one scene, but it's actually a different way, if that makes sense. It really got me thinking, most dogs do important tasks and will never get awards or praise for their service. So let's recognize Jed from The Thing. I like to think of him as Daniel Dog Lewis because of how much he nails his performance. He is an incredible actor. Both Kurt Russell and John Carpenter have spoken many times about how few takes were needed to get the performance and how naturally creepy he was, making the human actors uneasy on set. In the first scene, he looks like he's strategizing to lose line of sight with the helicopter. Then he's snooping around the base like he's analyzing his prey. The iconic dog cage scene, he looks and feels different from the rest of the dogs. His slow, methodical movements make him seem different from the others. But shout out to the other dogs. They hit their marks perfectly. One dog decides to eat the fence to escape the thing, and the moment is so perfectly executed that you forget that his teeth would be harmed by eating through metal. But the filmmakers made the fence out of an edible material, not harming any dogs. Now he's definitely up there with one of the most good boys. But let's talk about my favorite dog, or should I say dogs. John Wick easily has the coolest dogs, even though they're dick eaters. I still support them. Normally I wouldn't, but I support them. But I guess I have to talk about the art of dick eating. So the art of dick eating is very hard to learn. It took 8 months of training. They taught the dog to eat the green toy. So wherever the green toy was, they'll bite it. But the dogs need direction from someone they trust. Normally, the dog trainer would be out of frame giving instruction. But since John Wick's director, Chad Stahelski, loves moving the camera and really wide shots, that was impossible. The solution, Halle Berry, was the trainer, working side by side with the dogs. It's not that different from a regular dog owner training their dog to sit and to fetch on command. But the difference is they're training them to attack people. But I did wonder, all this work for what? Awards? They definitely don't know they're being awarded. Reputation? Do employed dogs make fun of unemployed dogs? Maybe. But I think they do it for validation. See, dogs are special. They've evolved to make more human-like facial expressions. No other animal can do this. Pretty much all the animals have simple, flat expressions, but not dogs. There's a study that says dogs make human-like facial expressions to communicate with humans, changing themselves fundamentally to please the human race. And in return, they get nothing. Instead of fighting domestication, they've joined humans, becoming man's best friend. But they must live in a simulated reality where their natural instincts are no longer their natural responses. They join the humans, becoming man's best friend, but must accept the fictional reality we've laid out for them and suppress their natural responses. Kinda like the Truman Show. These dogs have accepted this fictional reality as true, and in return, they're given treats, praises, and awards. But has anyone asked the dogs if the dogs are happy? How true is the statement that no dogs were harmed in the making? Which is why the dick-eating dogs are my favorite. It's what dogs are at their core. A dick eater. In conclusion, you should subscribe, because I don't know how to end videos. And if you subscribe, I'm hopefully gonna figure that out. Please comment if I'm insane. Please like. Thank you.